Turn it up, let it start. From block to block, we snatching hearts and jacking marks. And the
Good morning, motherfuckers. Welcome to the Morning Toke. My name is Eddie Law. Catching me right as I'm driving into ridiculous fucking traffic. It's Friday in the Valley, man. How the fuck is gonna be this much traffic? Like, nobody goes to class on Friday. Here's the reason why traffic gets crazy where I'm at. Because I'm in between Phoenix and Tempe, right? Tempe, Arizona is the home of Arizona State University. So it gets packed with all these kids going to class, right? Fridays, they normally don't, there's not as many classes on campus. Some people will ditch, they'll bail, whatever the fuck. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure it's Labor Day on Monday, so everyone's, going out of town. So traffic shouldn't be this fucking crazy, but it's pretty shitty right now. Well, what are you gonna do? Anyway, this is the Morning Toke, and let's kick it right off. Then Houston's still in shambles here. Still getting a lot of people to get help, or they need help, including a lot of like high-profile people. I mean, Josh Simmons, formerly of the Spurs, now of the Orlando Magic, he needed he needed rescuing. And a local rapper actually helped him out. Got one of his boats over there and helped him out of his house. Gerald Green was asking for help. Former Phoenix Sun, former Boston Celtic. I'm not sure who he plays for right now. I want to say the Miami Heat, but I'm not 100% sure. But a lot of people needing help and shit. So if you're gonna donate, be careful who you donate to. There's a lot of scam fucking donation spots out there. I see JJ Watt's gotten together like $7 million in donations. I believe that'd be one of the worthwhile ones, because that one's actually on the ground. That's what people were saying, to donate to the ones that are actually on the ground. You know what I mean? It goes directly to the people on the ground. That would make total sense. And I remember people got mad. I was watching the Rogan show yesterday with Hannibal Buress, or the day before, and they were talking about how people got mad that he donated to the Red Cross, or that on it were donated to the Red Cross, right? Because they're like, oh, fucking, what the fuck? He had a point. You got to pay for operating costs. You got to pay for people to work the charity. It's not all just going to go directly to charity. You got to pay to keep that charity going, which makes total sense. That being said, if their CEO is making like some ridiculous amount of money, like $100,000, yeah, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? But other than that, people got to get paid, man. What are you going to do? And you got to buy, pay for material and gas and those trucks that they have, all this shit. So, a lot of help coming from a lot of places and shit. So it's like really cool to see people coming together and help each other out in the time of need and everything. You just kind of hope that I just wish people could hang on to this, where they would help each other out. There's a lot of bitter ass people out there who afterwards will just be fucking assholes to everybody else. You know what I mean? But right now they're actually coming together and helping other people. So that's good to see. Let's just keep that feeling going. Let's keep that help each other out feeling and momentum going. That way we don't lose it and have to wait for another fucking disaster to come together as people. It's been long enough that we've been divided, let's be honest. I love these license plates that sorry, I'm on the freeway and this is one car that says TNNS girl, so tennis girl. But it's like, okay. Alright, that got weird. I got a phone call in the middle of the show. It's the first time that's happened. I didn't pick it up, but it's the first time that's happened. Anyway, yeah, I love those license plates that say, at first it takes you 5 minutes to figure out what the fuck it says sometimes. It's ridiculous. There's a fucking Mercedes that says Black Cow, BLK Cow. Tell me it's a white dude driving it, because that'd be fucking funny to me. Go ahead, jackass. Yep, 100%. Anyway, so that's kind of fucked up. So there really isn't a lot to talk about this morning now that I think about it. Let's just talk about regular shit. You know what I mean? I'll give you a little bit of an update on my life here, I guess. As far as jiu-jitsu goes, lower back still a little iffy. Right knee got tweaked not too long ago, but that's getting better. Lower back's getting better slowly but surely. Hopefully we'll be competing by the end of the year, if not, early next year. That'd be great. it's really shitty when you get injured in jiu-jitsu because, it's really easy to get re-injured if you're not careful. And the older you get, look, if you train jiu-jitsu and it's a lifetime thing for you, your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're, by the time you're in your 50s, 60s. Okay, let's just be fucking honest about it. It's a rough sport. It is not for soft ass people. Those eggs on Twitter and the anonymous shit talkers, they can't handle this shit. That's why they don't train. So, it's a rough sport to get into. It's hard to make money in it, man, for real. They just started now making some money, right? Some tournaments, like the big tournaments, like I think Buchecha just won a tournament that got him $40,000, $40,000 check. I mean, I was going to get taxed and everything, but still $40,000 for first place in a tournament, I believe what it was. You know what I mean? And the EBIs and all that stuff, and that's great. Good, good that it's getting money. But they're technically professional athletes, right? It's a whole thing like with MMA. MMA fighters still don't make boxer money. Like no one in MMA, like in an MMA fight, is making $100 million. Like Conor did it in a boxing match, but not in MMA. By the way, let's just fucking talk about that. The comeback fight for Conor McGregor to get to the UFC is gonna be Nate. It's gonna be Nate Diaz. All right. And we need to get past this farce. It's like bullshit. Here's the thing. So for years, the UFC was working hard to make this a legitimate sport. They got sponsors. They got uniforms. They got, professional production. They got, USADA's in there. They're trying their hardest. They tried their hardest to legitimize this shit. Zuffa sells it. The Fertitas sell it. WME IMG buys it, and it becomes strictly about money fights. Like the word fair in MMA went out the window when the phrase money fights came in. All right, that's what it is. Where we are right now. And when it happened, when it started happening, I was saying it too. I'm sure a lot of people were, but I was saying it too. That I was just like, hey, y'all, this is gonna be different. We're not gonna recognize this product in a year or two. It's absolutely true. It's a completely. It would be unrecognizable to someone from just a couple years ago. If they jump in a time machine and came forward in time just like 2 years, they'd be like, what the fuck's going on, right? So everyone's like, oh, the Khabib fight should be next for Conor. Khabib can't prove that he can make weight or stay healthy. The Ferguson fight should be next for Conor. He's fighting Kevin Lee. The winner of Kevin Lee against Tony Ferguson should fight Conor. Absolutely, I agree 100%. That being said, that fight's still got to go down. It's going to be a while, and Conor's going to fight before that. He wanted to fight before the end of the year. So who's left? He beat Eddie Alvarez, he beat Dustin Poirier, he beat all those guys, so it's Nate Diaz. Everyone's like, oh, we already beat Nate. Well, he won a majority decision, let's be honest. He didn't, to me, there's always been a difference, and diehard McGregor fans will never, accept this, because they've already gotten mad at me a million times about it, but, to me, if you finish somebody, you beat that guy. If you won a majority decision, you won the fight, but you didn't beat the guy. I know it's getting into semantics, but I would just say that's my opinion. That's in my own opinion. That's just what it is for me. But in the general spot, the general spectrum of things, yeah, definitely, he beat Nate. He beat Nate, but now we got a 1-1 tie. We need to resolve this. We need the trilogy. So then Nate's manager comes down and says, Nate wants, $30 million or $20 million or whatever it is. They're not going to give him $30 million, ladies and gentlemen. Stop jumping on Twitter going, oh, I can't fucking believe that. Fuck Nate. Give somebody else a fight. No, chill the fuck out. It's called negotiating. You throw a high number out there, and then you work your way, they work you down, you work towards an agreement. Nate will get like $3 million, maybe $4 million for it, tops. That's still a lot of money. And Conor will get like $8 million, maybe. Maybe 10. It's gonna be a huge pay cut from what he just got, but he'll get paid real well for it. Now I'm just wondering if that, the combination of Conor making $100 million against Floyd and whatever he gets against Nate here in the third fight is gonna be what continues to push MMA salaries up or MMA purses up, which I hope it does. Right? There's no reason for for fighters to really need to have a full-time job when they're a professional athlete, but that's where we are right now. You don't see an NBA rookie having to have a job, or an NFL rookie that actually made the team needing to have a job. That being said, they can't live extravagant lifestyles. The tax thing, depending on where you are, taxes can fuck your check up. I mean, yours and mine, they get in that shit. So, luckily I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable. I live well. I'm happy. It's weird, and I know I'm totally going on. I'll just wrap up the Nate Conner thing real quick. It's going to be the next fight. Let's just be honest about it. It's not going to be, fucking anybody else. There really isn't anybody else to throw in there that's going to make any money. And WME-IMG is about making money. It's about money fights now. There's a reason we have GSP against Bisping, even though the fight totally sucks in my opinion. So it's just what. This is where we're at. We need to recognize reality because we're not in control. The UFC is. We are in control as far as our wallets go, but people are still going to buy that fight. GSP fans are going to buy that fight. Bisping fans are going to buy that fight. Hardcores are going to buy that fight, right? If we all got together and said no more of this bullshit, we want everything to be fair, we vote with our wallet. You don't buy it. Fucking plain and simple. But no one's going to do that. Everyone's going to buy that shit. Everyone's going to watch it in some way, form, or fashion. And that's what it's going to be. And they're going to keep doing these money fights forever. So, I guess, deal with it, ladies and gentlemen. Other, what was the other thing that I want to talk about here on that? These money fight things, it's interesting because there was 100... What did they say? 110 million illegal streams for the Mayweather-McGregor fight. Please believe they're not happy about that at all. That's a lot of money they missed out on. Not that all 100 million was going to, buy the fight. But it's still a shitload of money they're missing out on. And, they're not necessarily the least greedy motherfuckers on the planet. All right, they're not. Some boxing promoters are some of the greediest motherfuckers on the planet. They'll take a fucking broken down fighter out of fucking retirement to sell their name in a fight against a young guy that's gonna murder them. They do that. They do it all the time. So, or they would do it all the time if there was more names that are willing to do that shit. But luckily in boxing, the smart ones save their money. So you can do your thing with that. All right, so yeah, money fights. That's the deal these days. As far as what was I saying? The thing about happiness, because I was thinking about this yesterday. I was talking about this with one of my teammates. It's such a personal thing. By that I mean it's personalized. Like not everyone can be happy doing the same thing. Like not everybody will be happy doing what I do, getting up early in the morning, going to work. Doing a bunch of shows every day, talking on Twitter all day. A lot of people wouldn't be happy with that. I'm cool with that. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable with it. Right? It's not to me, it's never been difficult to put myself out there and do do a show on my own. I've done it before a million times, right? It's not hard, but a lot of people can't handle putting themselves out there because they're so afraid of your rejection. You know what I mean? And it's funny to see those people shit talk the people that can do it. To be honest with you, but as far as life goes itself, it's pretty good, man. I can't complain. I really can't. Doing pretty well. Training, working out. I go to work. I enjoy life. So everything's fucking gravy, man. For real. Ooh, what up? Ah, damn, she look good. And she ain't even dressed. She dressed. There's a chick. She dressed like professional and shit, but she makes her look real good. Yeah. So life's pretty good, man. I can't complain. A lot of people were asking me yesterday about whether or not what was it like? Somebody was asking me on Twitter, on DMs and shit, are you making money off this? Fuck no. There's there's nobody, not nobody, but there's not many people making money off of this. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to make money off of talking about fights on YouTube. It's hard to do, or putting stuff on iTunes and all that. It's very hard to do. It's you need a lot of strong backing on it. You know what I mean? And you need a massive audience. I'm happy with the audience we got. You know, you guys are the shit. You guys are awesome. It's fun. It's fun to shoot the shit with you guys. I actually kind of like to keep it small because it's easier to interact. But someone asked me, like, how long are you going to be doing this for? I'm like, as long as I can. As long as I don't get too crazy busy and I'm not, and I'm able to and I have the time and I'm able to do it, I'll do it. Not a problem. When it comes to tournaments and shit, I always have a hard time doing these shows. Like it's time's not here any more time, and yeah, it's I don't know, it's I don't know. I love doing it, so as long as I can keep doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm rambling on. You guys all have a wonderful day. Make sure you go to repcrossmma.com, get yourself some represent gear, helps us out at the same time. SpicesPros.com, follow them on Twitter at SpicesPros. Get yourself some good shit for the Labor Day weekend for your cookout. Order it ASAP. That way it gets to you. If you have your barbecue on Monday, by Monday, and do your thing. Shout out to people that are helping out in Houston with Hurricane Harvey and all that. Keep on doing what you're doing. Donate to the right places, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful night, depending on where you are. No shows this weekend. Enjoy UFC tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's going to do it for me. Catch you guys later.